We're going to be talking about the geography of Africa. So Africa is a extremely large and diverse continent. I know when you look at a map, typically the projections make Africa look a lot smaller than it is. And that's because much of Africa is along the equator, or near the equator with its latitude. And so what happens is things near the center of the Earth, on the equator, look smaller, whereas things at the poles look much larger. So we have this misconception that Africa is not as large as it is, but it's the second largest continent on Earth, and 1/5 of the land surface is Africa. Because Africa is so large, we're going to see it's going to have an incredibly diverse geography. We're going to have some of the hottest, harshest deserts in the world, the Sahara and the Kalahari. And most people don't live in them, although there are people that will. We're going to particularly talk about people that are going to live in the Sahara and mining salt later on in this unit. South of the Sahara is a land called the Sahel. It's dry, but it is able to support some plant life, have some animals, some small bushes, trees, things like that. Of course, there's the rainforest, which is super dense wooded area with just so much biodiversity, and of course it rains nearly every day for it to be a rainforest. And finally, the savanna. And this is probably what comes to your mind when you think about Africa, where most people live, where you have your giraffes and your elephants. And because it has rain, it has many, many plants going and living there, and many, many animals living there. So this is just showing us where the deserts are in Africa, the Sahara Desert. Many people have the misconception that it's the largest desert in the world. It's the largest hot desert in the world. Antarctica is the largest desert. However, the Sahara is growing each year through a process called desertification, and it's immense. The Kalahari Desert in the south is also going to be quite a hot, inhospitable desert. Here we see the band of the Sahel, which is right south of the Sahara. And as I was saying, the Sahara Desert is growing every year, so the Sahel is shrinking as desertification is taking it over. And here we see the rainforest, and we can see that the rainforest is primarily still in Central Africa, with some parts of West Africa and Madagascar also containing rainforest. Unfortunately, the rainforest is also shrinking yearly because it is getting cut down, which is quite disastrous for the amount of biodiversity, because there are so many different animals living in that area. And there are also some people that have chosen to remain uncontacted, which is kind of cool, that are living traditional lives as they have for thousands of years. And we have the savanna, which we see the savanna takes up a huge portion of Africa. We see this yellow right here. So it is the biggest geographic climate kind of zone. And like I said, it's probably what you think of when you think of Africa, with all of the animals and just being lush and beautiful. Now, Africa is actually pretty highly elevated. A lot of it would be considered a plateau, which is a high area of flat land. There are some continental rifts and mountains and everything as well, though, of course. And there are going to be lots of important rivers. The Nile River we spent tons of time talking about last year, being the largest, most important river in Africa. But we have the Zambezi, the Congo, the Niger River, and the Senegal River. Our focus for this unit is primarily going to be around the Senegal and Niger rivers, as we're going to be focusing on West Africa. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little journey looking at the geography of Africa. It's an amazing place. Have a great day.